Alright, what we like to use here to make these leaders is we actually have some number 4 trebles. I use a 200-pound swivel. You see here we got the 61 pound. There's no need for you to go get the big thing of it. I go through this 42-foot little bitty thing, $3. It takes me a whole year to go through it. Alright, what we got here is the strand. We're going to pull it out. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to make the thing, show y'all, and I'm going to take some pictures. They'll be at the below. And it's going to tell y'all, show you better, because I cannot get it to zoom in. Too good? See, it's real easy to break even though it's 61. Okay, whenever you take your hook, you go through. Don't get too close. You go through. Now, whenever two people put wires together, sometimes whenever they spin the one wire around this wire. That's where you screw up. You actually want to hold to give yourself a gap, and you want to crossbar. Now, as you do your third crossbar, you kind of want your main lead line to stay straight and this one to start to wrap. So basically you're crossbarring, then you're straight. That's going to leave your hook with a gap like that, allows your hook able to move. After you do your crossbars, what we do is an overwrap, and you're going exactly over each one. Like I said, whenever I get done, I will take the pictures. You'll see them on the bottom, each thing that I'm doing. Once you get so many on here, what this does is this is kind of a noose system. Goes on to the crossbars, and all that will cinch down to here if the king eventually pulls it hard enough. If you have it wrapped perfectly on top of each one, a few little snaps with this, and you are burr free. So then we take another little piece right here. This is called a stinger hook. What the stinger hook is for is because a king likes to come by and swap his bait in half. He likes to cut the motor off. He'll take the tail right off. So then what you do is you come through this one, you do the hook the same way. Leave yourself a gap, 3 crossbars, start to wrap. One on top of each other. After a little while, you'll get fast enough at it that you can do it just like this. Might want to try them at home for a little while before you start doing a kayak, jumping around with your hands wet. That is ultimately the hardest way because the wire likes to slip. Again, we have a good smooth, no burrs. Some people like to take their wires and hook them straight to this wire. This is a no-no. You've got 2 crimped wires against each other. Those 2 crimps can work and eventually snap. So the best thing to do is to anchor it to the next treble. Once you anchor it, you want to say, okay, I've got one in the head and one in the tail right here. That's about the length of a cigar minna. Break yourself in half. You turn around, you wrap this side. Same way, 3 crossbars. Give yourself about a good 6, 7, 8 overwraps. Always. You can actually go as many as you want, but I always do, you know, just a few, just to make sure it's real pretty on top. Again with the snap. So all you really need is something to break the wire. After that, you have your leader. One goes in the head, one goes in the tail. And then when you get done, you do the same tie to put your 200-pound swivel on. Alright, come down here. What we try to do is we like to try to leave it about a good 1.5 to 2 foot, so when the king hits it, his tail doesn't come up and start to even mess with your fishing line. You kind of want it to be able to braze across the whole top of the fish. And as you've seen from some of my pictures, you'll see the wire marks down the side of them. So it shows you that that wire does run on them, so you got to leave good wire and get off your line. So then you turn around and bend this one over same way, 3 crossbars, and then start wrapping.
We're a chicken all night, mister. Mr. Magoo.
There we go. And there is your king leader. No need to buy. If you buy one, it's usually crimp. If you get one that pulls hard enough on it, the crimp will give away, and there goes your leader, and there goes your fish. So therefore, it's easier, cheaper to make your own once you get the wrap and the tie down. Like I said, I'll show you here in just a minute on the pictures. And once you get this down, you make your own king leaders. It only takes a few seconds. And like I said, this right here is only $3 for 42 feet. This is what's left of what I had last year. Y'all saw me go through 63 kings last year. And hooks are, I try, like I said, try to use number 4s or 5s. I try to use something small so that way it doesn't look big on top the bait. All they see is the bait and it humming through the water fast, and that's what they're after. Alright, there's your leader. Stop.